Hello there, Gemini. Welcome back to Misfits of the Zodiac. My name is Ace. I'm going to be doing a bonus autumnal reading for you today. I was feeling inspired to create this little autumnal reading. It just felt like the right thing to do, so I was feeling called to do it, so that's what we're doing today. So I chose one card from my tarot deck to kind of summate all of the energies for you for this autumnal season. I have a crystal that might be beneficial for either amplifying or clearing the energy for you for this autumnal season. I have a animal oracle card that's kind of your guiding star or your animal totem, if you will, for the autumnal months. And I also have a card from my oracle deck, the Secret Woods, which I feel like will help me delve a little bit deeper into the energy. So let's get right into it. I will say before, to kind of preface this, I'm feeling a lot of crone energy, a lot of spider mother energy. You might want to look into that energy. It could be really beneficial. I'm going to tap into a little bit of it here, but maybe doing some extra research on top of that could be really helpful and might lead to some connections that I might not necessarily make in this particular reading. Let's start with what you got in your tarot. You have the crone, okay? Again, crone, motherly, grandmotherly energy. I'm feeling like there's a lot of wisdom that's being imparted. There's a lot of strength in this. This is not a gender-based reading. This is more of the energy. You're feeling a lot of the feminine is coming out, and a lot of the strong feminine is coming out for you. You might be feeling very in touch with a grandmother at this time. If they've passed on, they could be giving you some sort of signs that they're around to give you that extra strength. But I feel more inclined to talk about the wisdom that comes with getting older. In our society, we tend to kind of banish people who are, not banish them, but we just kind of disregard them as they get older. And I feel like a wise woman is very, very helpful with, she's been through it all. She's gone through a lot of trials and tribulations in her life, and as a result, she has a lot of these golden little nuggets of wisdom to pay attention to. And I feel inclined to say that for this particular card. I feel like you might have been through a lot of trials and tribulations in your own life, and you are now seeking the inner wisdom of those trials that have come before you, and you feel very much ready to take on anything because you've been through it all. And I feel like something that could amplify the energy is your crystal, which is iolite. It says it's magical powers, feminine, divine, and work connections, as well as inspiration. I feel like this is mostly talking about feminine power. There is definitely a resurgence of dark feminine energy right now. There is a need for female energy to be empowered and for women to come together. And whether you are female or you have females in your life, or you are divinely guided towards your own personal divine feminine, because we all have both within ourselves, this will help you empower yourself with that energy. If you don't have iolite, I don't personally have iolite. I find it kind of hard to find. Moonstone is another great one for this. Moon is in touch with the feminine side of ourselves. It's also in touch with creativity and with dreams, and I feel like that could really amplify your energy for the autumnal months for this seasonal the seasonal aspects of 2025 for autumn for this year for you. So take a look into that, see if that's helpful for you. Moonstone's also really good with helping you with your emotional energies. So if you're dealing with any kind of seasonal depression already, that could also be helpful as well. The animal oracle that you got is the spider. This again is talking about this like wise spider has created all of the connections, right? They have found a way to be able to sit in their web and wait for something to come to them and then deal with it accordingly. I feel like this is speaking to also your creative side. It's speaking to Spider Woman energy. You might want to look into I want to say it's the Native American culture that specifically talks about this energy. It's again another very divine, feminine, crone energy. A lot of wisdom. You might want to look into that to be a little bit more helpful for you personally. But I feel more than anything, you're creating this web of either people or creating this web of instinct, if you will, wisdom, if you will. You've collected a lot of experiences, and now you're using them to create some sort of spark of either creativity or helping you to guide yourself through life without feeling the need to do it all, if that makes sense. Okay, now you're just kind of reaping the benefits of the wisdom that has come before, and you're not feeling this need to like rush all the time. You're more in your divine feminine energy, which is more of the receiving. Okay, and you're learning to receive from this web that you built. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this card. Your last card is the gardener. It says, love your garden and it will love you back. Again, I feel very inclined to talk about the eggs here. There's a lot of fertility here. There's a lot of feminine energy here. And again, she's creating a garden. It's kind of like creating the web, right? And then the garden is creating these flowers. They're creating fruits for her to pull from. I feel, again, that finding a way to take care of your space, take care of the people around you, take care of yourself, take care of the things that mean the most to you are going to bear fruit for you. They're going to remind you of that feminine receptive energy, and it's going to help you ground into that energy and not feel like you need to do all the time, okay, which is more of the masculine side of things. I don't like to talk in those binaries. I'm personally non-binary, so it's just a good way of like describing it using those descriptive words. So don't come for me in the comments. I don't mean it to be, non-inclusive. I'm using it as more of like a way to describe things for you so that you can kind of get a better understanding of the energy that I'm talking about, because it is the energy of the divine feminine that I'm talking about, and the way that we look at the divine feminine and how we perceive it. So I think basically if I could pull the main feeling of this, is that you're using your strength, you're using your wisdom and experiences that have come before and things that you have worked through before to kind of create this new beautiful landscape for yourself, so that you don't feel like you have to be rushing around all the time, and you're allowing things to come to you, allowing experiences to come to you, allowing abundance to come to you, and you're learning how to be in that receiving space for yourself. So kudos to you. That's a beautiful energy. And let me know in the comments if this resonated. I really enjoyed doing these readings for you. This was a fun little extra bonus that I wanted to throw out. And let me know if this resonated. If you like this kind of a reading, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Maybe give me a like, share, or subscribe, and come back as a misfit. And if I don't hear from you before then, I will see you in your monthly reading for the month of December. Bye, guys.